respected Mr. Richuraj Kaushik and Mr. Mridul Sharma. So the session starts from 10 a.m. We expect you to be present so that you also come to know a lot of facts, essentials about first aid in emergencies. So on this note, welcome to our classes today and let's get started, right? Okay. So let's see what do we have for us today. What do you see here? ছেলেটা কি করছে? Yeah, he's cleaning the floor, right? He's mopping the floor. Floorটা পরিষ্কার করছে. Okay. So he says, I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do. আমার অনেক কাজ করার আছে. Right? I have a lot of work to do. Then he says, you see, we have highlighted I and we have also highlighted have. Why? We will come to know. Now look at this. What are they doing? Look at this carefully. Okay. So what are they doing? Yes, these two boys are playing carom, right? So here we will say, okay, let's look at it once again and figure out what the boys playing carom have to say, right? Okay. Now let's go ahead and look at this again. So they are playing carom and let's see what do they have to say next. Okay. All right. Now the boy says he has to win 3 games to make it to the finals. Okay. So he has to win 3 games to make it to the finals. Okay. So he has. We earlier in the earlier sentence it was I have. Now he has. Right. So he has to win 3 games to make it to the finals. Okay. Next, what do we have? What is it? It's an airport, right? So the sentence is Louis had to arrive at the airport at 3 p.m. Louis had to arrive at the airport at 3 p.m. So this is had. So earlier we had have, our first sentence, second sentence was has, third sentence is had, right? So Louis had to arrive at airport at 3 p.m. Now what do we have? The sentence says we will be having a party tomorrow. We will be having a party tomorrow. So now it's having. So have, then we had has, then we had had, and now we are having, right? Okay, so we will be having a party tomorrow, right? So what is this all about? Now let's come to know. Have is an irregular verb that can be used as a main or an auxiliary verb. So earlier classes when we were doing tense, I explained it to you what is the meaning of regular and irregular verb, right? So regular verbs are those with which if we use ed or d, the past forms can be created. Stored, okay, trunked. So this is how is regular verb. And what is irregular verb? Irregular verb means where the verb changes the form of it, like drink, drank, swim, swam. Okay, so these are irregular verbs. So have is also an irregular verb which can sometimes used as an auxiliary verb or sometimes as a main verb. Right? Okay. So it's what are its forms now? What are the different forms of have verb? The different forms are have, has, had, and having. We read sentences of each form, right? We read each one sentence of each of the forms, right? Okay. Now what do you see here? Two boys sitting in a classroom and asking each other, do you have a pencil? So do you have, okay, forms of have verb. Do you have a pencil, right? Okay. Then what are these people doing? All right. They are talking, right? So one of the boys says, I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, right? Okay, so again I have. You know already that when it's plural, more than one, we use have. In case of singular, we use has, right? Yeah. So I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, right? So I have. Clear? So how does this function? Now what are these people doing? They are gossiping, right? So the sentence is, We had a great time. So have, has, now had. We had a great time. We had a great time. Now had, another form of have verb, right? Another form of have verb. We had a great time. Now next, what are these boys doing? They are playing, right? Kabaddi, possibly. Now the children were having a playful competition. The children were having a playful competition. So were having, has, have, had, now having. The children were having a playful competition, right? So you understood the different forms. What are the different forms we have of have verb? Different forms are has, have, had and having, right? So the children were having a playful competition. Clear? Now have as a main verb. So as a main verb, have has several different uses, but it's most commonly used to indicate possession. So have has many usages, but in general and most commonly have is used to indicate possession, that you have something, right? তো have শব্দটার অনেক রকমের usages আছে verb হিসেবে, but যেটা most common use have এর সেটা হচ্ছে কি, যেটা মানে হচ্ছে কি possession, যে আমি কিছু possess করি, আমার কাছে এটা আছে, I have this watch, okay, I have this toy, I have this phone, right? So possession. Now what is the boy doing? He is cleaning the walls, right? So I have scrubbed the walls. So I have scrubbed the walls. Clear? So I have. Now what can we say next about this? I have scrubbed the walls. Next, what is the boy doing? He is having breakfast, right? So what is the sentence in front of us? Let's see. She has supported me every time. She has supported me every time. She has. Okay, so another form of have verb. So she has supported me every time. Another form of have verb. Now what is this boy doing? Yeah, he is working, right? He is working in his PC, and what he is doing? The sentence is we will have worked for 6 hours. We will have worked for 6 hours. Clear? So is it clear to you? Okay, so have. So has, have, had, having, right? Now what is the girl doing? She is watching games, right? So Disha had betted against the team. So Disha had. Again, Disha had. Right? So what is it? Another form of have verb. So now, so all this time we saw examples of have as main verb, right? Now let's look at examples of have as an auxiliary verb or helping verb. Clear? Okay. Now what is it happening? It's a celebration, right? Now the girl says, I have received 3 gifts. I have received 3 gifts. Okay, so this means possession. I possess 3 gifts. আমার কাছে 3টা gift আছে. So I have received 3 gifts. Now what is this lady doing? She is leaving her home, right? So Rima has left just now. Rima has left just now. Again, has, right? So has, another form of auxiliary, another form of have verb, right? So both these sentences have the auxiliary verb have in the present tense. So what was the sentence? I have received 3 gifts. Rima has left just now. All these sentences are in present tense, right? Okay. Now what is the girl doing? She is reading a letter, right? So now the sentence is her grandmother had sent her a letter which she received this morning. So her grandmother had sent her a letter which she received this morning. Which tense do you think is a sentence in? Sentence ta kon tense e ache? Which tense do you think is a sentence in this particular sentence? Her grandmother had sent her a letter which she received this morning. Okay, so it is had, right? So her grandmother had sent her a letter. Past tense again. Now what are these people doing? They're sharing flowers, right? We had given her a bouquet of flowers which made her happy. We had given her a bouquet of flowers which made her happy. So bouquet of flowers we had given. Had. বুঝলে? So how does this work? So the verb have is used as a helping verb in the past tense. So both the sentences that we read uh, just now is in past tense, right? The earlier sentences were in present tense. These sentences are in past tense where the forms of have verbs is used as helping verb. Okay? Clear? All right. Now, before moving forward, let's take up the first question of the day. Let's see. Which sentence uses form of have as a main verb? Okay, so which sentence? So you have 4 sentences in front of you. Out of the 4 sentences, which sentence do you think uses the form of have as a main verb? Okay, uses forms of have verb as the main verb out of the 4 sentences given to you. Clear? So the 4 sentences are: she has bought a new bicycle, they have been playing soccer, I had a delicious meal, we have enjoyed a good time, right? So you understood the 4 sentences and the question as well, I hope. So your time starts now. Give me your responses. She has bought a new bicycle. All right, go ahead. Very good. They have been playing soccer. Option C. Option C. I had a delicious meal. And option D. We have enjoyed a good time. Have as main verb. Okay. Have as main verb. Where do we use have as main verb? In. All right. So have as main verb is used where? Okay, it is the correct answer is option C. I had a delicious meal. Here, have is used, the form of have verb that is had is used as the main verb, right? Okay, now let's move ahead and see what do we have. Now look at this table carefully. Carefully, table take dekho. Let's start. So these on this side you see these are the first present future tense and then the continuous of the same tenses, right? So let's start with the first. For example, I in present tense it is I have a book. Okay, in present have a book, right? Then we right book. We have a book. Library. So they have a book, we have a book. Okay, we have been reading the book. So this is where you use present tense, and with I it is have, he she it is has, and we they it is have, right? So you understood this pattern. Now if you take up the past tense, again the persons remain the same, the tense becomes past tense, so it will be I had a book. Okay, I have a book present, I had a book past tense, right? I had a book. Then I have a book is future tense, right? So past tense is I had a book and present tense is I shall have or I have a book. Clear? Clear to you? Okay. Now again in future tense it will be you will have a book or they will have a book, we will have a book. All these remain same. বোঝা গেল? How what is the difference? In present tense we have both has and have. In past tense we only have had, and in case of future tense we have either shall have or will have. Okay, so you will have a book. I am having lunch. Again present tense. I am having lunch. Present continuous. Okay. You are having lunch. Again, present continuous. You are having lunch. He is having lunch. Again, present continuous. All this present continuous. We are having lunch or they are having lunch. So, as in case of present tense. Right. So, you understood how this table works. Okay. Now, before moving forward, let's see. Which sentence uses have as an auxiliary verb or helping verb as we call it, okay? Which sentence uses have verb or helping verb, auxiliary verb or helping verb, clear? So you have 4 sentences in front of you. She has a new bicycle, they have been playing soccer, I had a delicious, or we are having a good time. So out of the 4 displayed before you, which is an auxiliary? All right. So your time starts now. Give me your responses. Which option do you think here is the correct option? She has a new bicycle. They have been playing soccer. Okay, very good. I had a delicious meal. Or we are having a good time. All right, go ahead. Very good. Uses have as an auxiliary or helping verb, right? All right, very good. So the correct response is option B. They have been playing soccer. Option B, right, where have is used as an auxiliary verb. Okay. Now let's solve this exercise. Fill in the blank in the following paragraph with the appropriate forms of the verbs given in brackets. So we have a sentence, we have a paragraph in front of us. আমাদের সামনে একটা প্যারাগ্রাফ আছে। সেই প্যারাগ্রাফটা সলভ করতে হবে কিভাবে? With using the appropriate forms of the verbs in the blanks, right? Okay, now let's start. Today is a special day, Rima thought. Grandma dash such a beautiful letter. So have sent the change hoy ki hobe? How are you going to change have sent? So grandma dash such a beautiful letter, grandma. Yes, very good. The grandma has sent such a beautiful letter, because we are talking about today, present tense, আজকের ঘটনা, today. Okay, so grandma has sent such a beautiful letter. I wish she dash here herself. So has come. তো কি হবে change হয়? I wish she dash here herself. The form is has come. How are you going to change it? I wish she had come. Very good. I wish she had come here herself, but she dash ill and can't come. The clue is have fall. So how are we going to change it? But she, yes, very good. But she has fallen ill and can't come. Okay, so you see these are the different forms of have verbs again. Has, sent, had come, has fallen. Right, okay. Now, let's play this game. What is this game? Let's play a game. Identify the tense. So, we will be shown some pictures, and from the pictures, you have to identify the tense of these pictures, right? Okay. So, let's start with the first one. I have a new bike. I have a new bike. The sentence is in which tense? I have a new bike. Yes, very good. It is in present tense, right? Because I have a new bike. Present tense. I have it now, right? Okay. Next, she has a beautiful voice. She has a beautiful voice. Again, which tense is it in? She has a beautiful voice. Which tense is it in? What do you think? Yes, very good. Again, this is also in present tense. She has a beautiful voice. ওর একটি সুন্দর আওয়াজ আছে বা তার আওয়াজটি খুব সুন্দর। তো সেটা তো আজকে সুন্দর কালকে বিচ্ছিরি হয়ে যাবে এটা না, সব সময় চলবে। তো that is present tense again, right? Okay. Now, they had a great time at the party. They had a great time at the party. Had, which tense? Yes, very good. Had is past tense, right? So, had is past tense. They had a great time at the party. Had is past tense. Clear to you? Okay. Now, he had never been to the zoo before. He had never been to the zoo before. So how are you going to write it? He had never been to the zoo before. Which tense is it in? Yes, very good. This is again in past tense. He had never been to the zoo before, right? So past tense again. Acha. Now, we will be having a picnic tomorrow. We will be having a picnic tomorrow. Which tense is it in? We will be having a picnic tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Yeah, it is future tense, right? So we will be having a picnic tomorrow. Future tense. Clear? Okay. Now look at this. I will have an important presentation next week. I will have an important presentation next week. Which tense is it in? Okay, so which tense is it in? I will have an important presentation next week. Which tense? Next week. Very good. It is again in future tense, right? Okay, so you now look at this. She enjoys having ice cream on a hot day. So are you enjoying this game? Okay, now look at this. She enjoys having ice cream on a hot day. Which tense? She enjoys having ice cream on a hot day. Which tense is it in? Yes, very good. This is again in present tense, right? She enjoys having ice cream on a hot day. Present tense. Now, you have to finish your homework before going out. You have to finish your homework before going out. Again, which tense is it in? You have to finish your homework before going out. Yes, very good. This is again in present tense. Means now you have to finish your homework before you go out. Clear? Okay. Now, all right. So let's take up this particular question, the third question of the day. Let's see. Choose the correct form of have to complete the sentence, right? So, did you understand the question? So, you have a sentence in front of you, and what you have to do is you have to choose the correct form of have verb in order to complete the sentence. So, what is the sentence? The sentence is she dash two brothers and one sister. She dash two brothers and one sister. So, which form of have verb is appropriate for this particular sentence? She dash two brothers and one sister. So your four options are A has, B had, C having, or D have. So which option do you think is the correct option? Clear? So your time starts, and now give me your responses. She dash two brothers and one sister. Okay, very good. Those who haven't responded, respond quickly. Your time is going to get over soon. All right. Chalo, go ahead. Okay. All right. Look at all the options. And then, okay. So, all those who have opted for option A is the correct option. Option A যারা যারা select করেছো তারা correct উত্তর দিয়েছো. Option A is the correct option. She has two brothers and one sister. She has two brothers and one sister. Now, why B, C and D are wrong? Let's see. Option B তে আছে কি she had two brothers and one. She had means past tense, means she had earlier, now she doesn't have. How can it be? If you have brothers and sisters, সব সময় আছে, right? So she had two brothers and one sister. Wrong. She has. Again, look at option C. She having two brothers and one sister. Wrong. Okay. Option D. She have two brothers and one sister. No. She singular, so it will be has. Have seats with plural, right? So she has two brothers and one sister. Option A correct. Clear? Okay. Now let's move forward and let's see. Complete the sentence with the right form of have looking at the clue. Okay, so we have to complete some sentences where there will be clue for us as in which tense, and then we have to fill up the sentence with the right form of have verb, right? Okay, so your time starts now. Let's get started. Okay, what is it? What is the family doing? Oh my god, they're eating pizza, right? Okay, so what is the sentence for us? I dash a delicious meal at that restaurant. I dash a delicious meal at that restaurant. The clue is that the sentence should be in past tense. Sentence past tense hote hobe. So in the blank, which form of have verb are you going to make it, right? So sentence have verb have verb কোন ফর্মটা ইউজ করছো? I dash a delicious meal at the restaurant. Past tense I, yes, very good. I had a delicious meal at the restaurant. I had a delicious meal at the restaurant. Clear? Okay. Next, what is this? The smartphone, right? Okay, so what is the sentence we have? The sentence is you dash a brand new smartphone. You dash a brand new smartphone. What's the clue? The clue is present tense. So we have to make the sentence in present tense. Now, which form of have verb are you going to use? You dash a brand new smartphone. You, yes, very good. You have a brand new smartphone. Present tense, right? Okay. Next, what do we have? We have, what are these two girls doing? They are talking, gossiping, writing something. Now she says, the sentence is, she dashed to finish her homework before going out. She dashed to finish her homework before going out. The clue is present tense. We have to use present tense in this particular sentence. So, she dashed to finish her homework before going out. So, what is the, so which form are you going to use? She, yes, very good. She has to finish her homework before going out, right? Okay. Next, what are these minions doing? Having fun, possibly, right? Okay, see, he dash a party next weekend. He dash a party next weekend. So, which form? And let's see the clue first. The clue is future tense. So, which form are you going to use? He dash a party next weekend. He, yes, very good. He will have a party next weekend. He will have a party next weekend. Clear? Did you understand how does this work? Okay. Now, so now let's take up this question, the fourth question of the day. Let's see. Identify the sentence where have is used in the simple present tense. So, what you have to do is you have to there you have four sentences in the form of four options in front of you. তোমাদের সামনে চারটা সেন্টেন্স আছে চারটা অপশনের মধ্যে. So you have to identify the sentence, find out the sentence which has used have in simple present tense. তোমাকে ওই সেন্টেন্সটা আইডেন্টিফাই করতে হবে যেটা have ভার্বটাকে ইউজ করেছে in simple present tense. ঠিক আছে? In simple present tense. Clear? So four sentences are they have gone to the store. I have a dog named Max. We have been studying all day. They are having food. Right? So these are the four options in front of you. Now go ahead and give me your responses. Which option or which sentence do you think uses the simple present tense form of have verb? Right? Okay. Chalo. Go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and give me your responses. Think, read all the options carefully, think and then answer. Chinta kore uttor dao. Think and then answer, right? Okay. So which sentence? Very good. The correct answer is option B. I have a dog named Max. Uses the form of have verb in simple present tense, right? Okay. Fine. We make the sentence in future continuous tense, right? Okay. So tomorrow Dash a fun day at the zoo. Tomorrow, yes, we will be having a fun day at the zoo. Tomorrow we will be having a fun day at the zoo. Clear? Okay. What is this? Wow, it's a beautiful beach, right? Okay. So he dash a wonderful vacation last summer. He dash a wonderful vacation last summer. What is the clue? The clue is, so how are we going to make wonderful vacation last summer? Yes, very good. He had a wonderful vacation. Clear? Okay. Next. Right. Okay. Sarah Sarah dashed to study last week. The clue is past tense. Now, which form are you going to use? Sarah dashed to study for her exams last week. Sarah? Yes, very good. Sarah had to study for her exams last week. Clear? Beautiful dog, right? Very cute. Sentences: they dash a pet dog when they were kids. They dash a pet dog when they were kids. Now, what's the clue? The clue is past tense, right? So, they dash a pet dog when they were kids. They dash a pet dog when they were kids, right? So, the clue is past tense. How are you going to change it? We will say they had. Very good. They had a pet dog when they were kids. Clear to you? Okay. Now see, what do we have next? Okay. What is this? Boys are on a trip, right? On a vacation. Now, we dash a field trip today. We dash a field trip today. What's the clue? The clue is present continuous tense. Now, we dash a field trip today. Yes, we are having, because it is present continuous. So we need to use ing. What is playing in water, right? Lots of fun playing in the water. They dash lots of fun playing in the water, right? So what's the clue? The clue is again ing, future tense plus make it during the summer. Yes, they will be having lots of fun playing in the river, right? Playing in the river. Clear to you? So you understood this, I hope. Okay. Now, what do you see? All right, so let's take up this particular question. This is our moral value based question of the day. As you know, here we are giving a situation and certain options. So, understanding the situation, you have to tell me how are you going to react to it. Okay. Now, let's see what is the situation first. The situation is your friend got less marks in exam, but he is scared of his parents and lied to them, saying he has secured good marks. So your friend got less marks in exam. ঠিক আছে, তো তোমার বন্ধু পরীক্ষায় কম নম্বর পেয়েছে, but he is scared of his parents, but he is terribly afraid of his parents, and that is why he lied to them. ওর মা বাবাকে খুব ভয় পায়, ভয় পেয়ে মা বাবাকে মিথ্যে কথা বলেছে। কি বলেছে মিথ্যে কথা? মিথ্যে কথা বলেছে যে he has secured good marks, বলেছে যে সে ভালো মার্কস পেয়েছে। Now, so you as a third person, তুমি as an observer, তোমার friend কে দেখছো যে তোমার friend কি করছে? তোমার friend পরীক্ষায় কম নম্বর পেয়েও বলছে বেশি নম্বর পেয়েছি বলে মা বাবাকে সে মিথ্যে কথা বলছে। তো তুমি as if তোমার বন্ধুকে এই সমস্যার থেকে কিরকম সাহায্য করবে? So what is going to be your approach or attitude to deal with in this particular situation? How are you going to deal with in this particular situation? তোমার অ্যাপ্রোচটা কি হবে এই সিচুয়েশনে, বিহেভিয়ারটা কি হবে সেটা তোমরা আমাকে বলবে। So you have three options in front of you. The first one is encourage your friend to continue telling lies to his parents. তোমার ফ্রেন্ডকে তুমি আরো উৎসাহিত করবে সে যেন এভাবেই মিথ্যে কথা বলতে থাকে তার মা বাবার কাছে। ওকে, আর অপশন বি, spread rumor in the school that your friend lies to his parents. স্কুলে গুজব ছড়িয়ে দেবে যে তোমার বন্ধু ঘরে গিয়ে মিথ্যে কথা বলে কম নম্বর পেয়ে মা বাবাকে বলে বেশি নম্বর পেয়েছে, এসব বন্ধুর নামে এরকম ছড়িয়ে দেবে. You will defame your friend in school. Or option C, make your friend realize that lying is a bad habit and he should have the courage to accept the truth in front of his parents. Option C, তোমার বন্ধুকেই তুমি বোঝাবে, রিয়েলাইজ করাবে যে মিথ্যে কথা বলাটা খুব খারাপ, আর মিথ্যে কথার থেকে সত্যি কথা একটু সাহস করে বলে নেওয়াটা ভালো, তাই তো? ওকে, সো দিস আর দ্য থ্রি approaches in front of you and you have the situation, right? I hope you understood this. Now you tell me, how are you going to react to this, right? So your time starts now. Tell me, how are you going to react in such a situation? Okay, all right, okay, I can see your responses match mine. আমি যা করতাম এই সিচুয়েশন, আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে তোমাদের সিচুয়েশনটাও এরকমই. ওকে, go ahead. Your responses, most of your responses are matching mine, whatever I think of the situation. All right, so I think the correct approach to deal with this situation is option C. আমার মনে হয় অপশন সি টা যে সলিউশনটা আছে ওটা আমরা যদি ফলো করি তাহলে সবচেয়ে ভালো. যে কি করব, what we will do, we will make our friend understand and realize that he is doing bad, he is lying and this is a bad habit. বন্ধুকে বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করবে যে সে যে মিথ্যে কথা বলছে সেটা খুব খারাপ, একটা মিথ্যের থেকে আরেকটা মিথ্যের জন্ম হয়, তার থেকে সে যদি একটু মনে সাহস করে যদি সত্যি কথাটা বলে দেয় মা বাবার কাছে তাহলে সে অনেক রেহাই পাবে. So if he takes a little courage and accepts the truth in front of his parents, and then he will also be really free from his guilt, and maybe next time he will do better well in the examination, right? So maybe এটার থেকে কি হবে, ওর মনের যে একটা গিল্ট আছে যে আমি মা বাবাকে মিথ্যে কথা বলেছি, সেই গিল্টটা চলে যাবে, আর maybe next time ও আরো ভালো করতে পারবে এক্সামে, right? So this was our situation and the solution to the situation. So we have come to the fag end of our class, and to the last segment, that is the feedback part. So kindly response to this question, right? Your time starts. So while responding, we will just have a quick summary of whatever we read today. So we read about the different forms of have verbs today: has, have, had, having. Okay, their usage in the different tenses, present, past and future, with lots of examples, and we have also solved exercises relating to the different forms of have verbs, right? Okay, so I can see most to be happy. We will meet again very soon in our next class with a new topic, new exercises and something new to learn with. Till then, keep reading and keep learning.